Hey everyone, I hope you guys had a really good weekend. If you're in the US, then hope you guys had a great long weekend. I wanted to pop on and give you guys some details about the promos for September. And I did send out an email, so if you didn't get that email, it may have gone to your spam box, or maybe you're just not subscribed to it. So if you're not getting my newsletters, let me know and I'll make sure that you get added to it. The newsletters, they give you details about any promos going on and additional educational information that doesn't always get posted in this group. So if you want to have access to those emails, then just send me a message and give me your email address and I'll make sure that you get added. So I'm going to tell you about the promos. This month, you will get 10% off the thyme oil. Now, if you don't know much about thyme, this is one that has a lot of like antibacterial, antimicrobial properties. You can add this to cleaning products. You can take it internally. You can apply it topically, diluted, of course, because it is a hot oil, and you can diffuse it. So I'm going to give you some of the top uses for this oil. You can use it for a bacterial infection. Just take 1 to 2 drops in a capsule, and you'll want to repeat this a couple times a day. Just taking it one time isn't going to be enough. You need to repeat the process a few times, just like you would with an antibiotic. So you need to make sure that you're going to take, you might start with like 1 to 2 drops in a capsule twice a day, maybe morning and afternoon, and make sure that when you use a hot oil and you are taking it internally in a veggie capsule, that you do drink a glass of water and try to have some food with it, because sometimes it can be a little hot for the stomach. But I don't have a problem with it, but if you have a more of a sensitive stomach, that might be something that you would want to just make sure that you do. It's good for mono, cough, cold, and flu. And again, take this in a capsule. You can use it for bronchitis, skin infections. So obviously just dilute the oil and put it on the infection. And I've used this in a roller for my son when he gets a skin infection, which he commonly gets from a mosquito bite. So when he scratches it, it gets infected and that whole area swells. It just does not look good. I use thyme in his roller. You can also use it for chronic fatigue. So if you have a lot of tired feelings, depending on why you're tired, of course, there's going to be other things that you can try. But if you have like chronic fatigue, you can try taking 1 to 2 drops in a capsule. What else can I tell you? I also use thyme in the Symphony of the Cells protocols. So if you don't know about this, I posted about it a while ago. So you may be able to go back and take a look. These are a ton of different protocols that you can use for many, many, many different health concerns. So the one that I use thyme with it's called the infectious disease protocol. And as you can see, there's a list of oils here that you use in order. So you start with frankincense, you drop it along the spine, and you massage it into the back. And then you put carrier oil, and you massage the carrier oil into the back. And so you do each one of these in steps. So you don't just add a bunch of oils on at once. This is like step by step, one oil at a time, massage it in. And this is really good at, obviously, for infectious diseases. So, for example, flu, pneumonia, strep, staph, malaria, mono, infections, parasites, fungus, colds, hepatitis, immune support, meningitis, sore throat, yeast infection, viral infections, bacterial infections. So anything that's like infectious, you know, this is a protocol that you would use. So I do this on my kids when they aren't feeling well. I will do this maybe like once a day, and depending on what's going on, I may do it twice a day. But this particular protocol uses time, and for a lot of common health concerns when people get a cold or flu, this is a protocol that usually you would turn to. So that's why thyme is a helpful oil if you were interested in trying this protocol. And I can put a link to where you can purchase this book if you're interested in incorporating these protocols into your life. So this has protocols for hormone balance, forgiveness, digestive, a chi protocol, cellular protocol, cardiovascular, respiratory, inflammation, lymphatic. So as you can see, there's a ton of different protocols that you can use depending on your health concern. So the thyme is what you can get for 10% off this month. So on top of your wholesale discount, you'll get an extra 10% off for the month of September. Now the other promo that's going on this month is rosemary. So you'll get rosemary for free if you set up your loyalty rewards and you order 125 PV before the 15th of September. So if you're not familiar with loyalty rewards, I will briefly describe it, and you can ask any questions that you have if you would like to learn more. Loyalty rewards is a way for you to save more money on your oils. So you're obviously going to get your 25% off wholesale discount no matter what. So anytime you order, you're going to get 25% off. When you order through the separate loyalty reward system, you're going to get credit back on your purchases. So let's say you ordered 100 PV, just as a round number. You're going to start out getting 10% back. So on 100 PV, you're going to get 10 PV back into your account, which would buy you a wild orange. So you'd get a free oil just out of 100 PV. You also get all of your shipping back as credit. So when you order through the loyalty reward system, you're not only going to get your credit back on the total PV purchase, but you're going to get your shipping back. Even if you did overnight shipping, it's all going to come back as credit into your account, which you can then use on another order. So it'll show up in your account after, I don't know, I think a week or two. And then the next month, if you wanted to use those points, you could do that. When you first set up your loyalty rewards, it does take a month or so to show up into your account. So don't be alarmed if you don't see it show up right away. It will show up. But once it does show up, you can start using those points for future purchase. So you can like just save up a bunch of points, and you can use it for, you know, a big order. Like if you want to try some things that you wouldn't normally just purchase because you're not sure about it, or if you want to just start slowly adding oils to your collection, this is a way for you to do that, and you get them for free. So this month, I actually saved up. I've been saving up my points for quite a few months. I had about 500 PV in points, and I just went and I just placed a bunch of, I ordered my normal order, but I also just added a bunch of free items on because I could use my points. So I'm going to show you some of the stuff. So all of this I basically got for free. I know you can't see all of this, but so I got the Breathe drops, I got the On Guard throat protecting drops, Breathe, and then I also got these for free. So all of these products I got for free just by saving up my loyalty rewards points. And when all this stuff comes in, I'll show you so that you can see the actual things. It's hard to see on my phone. But it's a great way for you to get more products for free. And all you have to do is set up a date every month that you're going to get your oils. So let's say you want to get your oils on the 10th of every month. So you can go in and edit everything in your cart before the 10th, before it ships out. And if you just need, if you're just like, if there's a month that you just really don't need much, it's not a big deal. Just add in something small. Add in like a lip balm or a hand lotion. All of this stuff is under $10. You just have to order one PV item, and it'll keep your points active, because obviously you don't want to lose all these points that you've saved up. So if you don't need much some months, just order something small, and then just the next month just continue with your order. But that way you're getting credit back, you're getting a shipping back, and then you're getting free items out of it. And the best part is if there's a month that you see that you have a bigger order and you order 125 PV, you're going to get that free oil. So this month it's rosemary, which rosemary has a lot of great benefits, especially coming into this time of year when there's more illnesses going on. So the rosemary helps with cough, mental and adrenal fatigue, focus and memory. So kids in school diffuse rosemary, and it's going to help them remember what they're studying. Good for colds and flus, low blood pressure, jet lag, hair loss. There's so much you can do with rosemary. It's antimicrobial, it's a decongestant, it's stimulant. So like I said, with kids, when you're studying, add a couple drops of rosemary with a couple drops of peppermint, and that's going to give them energy. It's going to help them remember what they're studying. It's going to help with any respiratory, even if they don't have much going on. It's going to help keep that respiratory system clean and open. It's good for arthritis, cellulite, clubfoot, constipation, headaches, kidney infection, sinusitis. So rosemary is also part of one of the the protocols that I was telling you guys about. It's good for the respiratory protocol. So with this one, it has all these other oils, but as you can see in step number 6, it needs rosemary. So I use the respiratory protocol a lot, because this time of year, when my kids bring something home, they usually end up with some kind of cough, and I use the respiratory protocol, and if I do it right away, it really helps a lot. Like, their cough maybe lasts sometimes a day, as long as they're not eating dairy. If they're eating dairy, then that just exacerbates the issue. So I eliminate all dairy, especially if they have a cough or if they have a cold, because that's going to create mucus. And even though you're using a respiratory protocol, it's fighting against the body. So it's not going to be as effective, but it is still effective. I do notice a difference when I use the respiratory protocol. Okay, so the last promo I want to tell you about is I talked to you about the Loyalty Rewards program. If you do not have it set up yet, and I remember I told you that you start at 10% back. So this month only, if you set up your Loyalty Rewards, you will start at 20% back, and then you can work your way up to 30%. But instead of starting at 10%, you're going to start at 20%. If you purchase 100 in PV this month only on your Loyalty Rewards, if you already have a Loyalty Rewards order set up and you're only getting 10% back, you will jump up to 20% this month only when you place 150 PV order. So it's a great opportunity for you to get a lot of credit back. So as a round number, if you placed 100 PV order, when you're at 20%, That's 20 PV back into your account. That's 2 wild orange, or you know, something else, other oils that you can put that towards. So it's a really, really great deal. And if you just keep your points active, so if you continue placing even a 1 PV order every month, you're going to keep that percentage point level. And then you can start working your way up to 30%, which would only take 6 months. So every 3 months you get bump up another 5%. So as an added bonus this month, if you place 150 PV order, your name will get entered in to win this new portable diffuser. So I just got this sent to me from a company called Aroma2Go. They are setting up and launching at the doTERRA convention next week. So they're going to have 2 booths set up, which they will be selling them. You can't buy these yet, but they will allow people to purchase them online after next week. But for everyone who places 150 PV order or more during the month of September, your name will get entered in to win this. And what's really cool about it is that you fill it with water. So you just open this up, you fill it with water, and it uses these little wick things. You put a couple drops of oil inside there, and you can take it anywhere. You can put this in your car. The bottom unscrews a little bit, so you can just place this in like a cup of water, and it just stands up in there, and then you can diffuse for longer periods of time. It's really small, it's rechargeable, so you get a USB and it charges in. There's a little thing right there. You press the button once and it diffuses continuously until the battery is dead. You press it twice and it's intermittent every 2 minutes. So if you travel and you want to use it in your hotel room, if you want to use it while you're driving, this thing is really cool. So this is the portable diffuser that's just being released next week. And your name will get entered in to win this if you place 150 PV order this month only. So there's a lot of perks this month. If you have any questions about the loyalty rewards or the promo that gets you to 20% back on your orders, just send me a message or comment on this video, and I will answer the question. Actually, comment on this video so that other people can see the question and my response. So it's so other people can get the answers too. So I hope you guys are having a good day, and I will talk to you guys soon.